Hello. Yeah, hi everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
sir.
Yeah, good morning everyone.
Morning,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, good morning. See, actually, this is our session for AWS. Okay, you know all about everything about the, about the, we have a AWS session and we will work on AWS with Linux. First of all, before going to start session, let me introduce myself. My name is Vishal, and I have 10 years experience in the IT sectors and the cloud. And I have global certification in the GCP, AWS, and Azure for the DevOps uh, and middle level certification also. Okay, and yeah, and right now working with the old technologies with the GCP, DigitalOceans, and VMware, and your Azure and AWS also. So as of now, mostly I have seen in the industry we have AWS mostly all companies, all clients. If you talk about the US clients, your any Australian clients, so everyone mostly use AWS. Okay, so basically we are on AWS and Azure. These all are depends on a word. Maybe you heard about cloud computing. Do you know anyone else? Do you know about the what is the cloud computing and what does it mean?
Yes, sir.
You can tell me what is cloud computing? You can say anything. I will correct it.
Cloud computing is a platform which on where we can put our data online.
Okay, great. Anyone else?
I will try. Like
Hi, in the cloud computing, organization does not need to like establish its own like data center. So as per our requirement, we can just on demand can just purchase the space and also take the help in the front end and back end also.
Okay, see, right now this is our first session, so I want you to please introduce yourself also. You just introduce for your name and your qualification and your student or your working professional. So let me know what is your position right now, so we can interact with
Yeah,
each other. Okay.
yeah. Hi, this is Gyanendra Sharma, and currently I'm working with the TCS. Total experience 4.5 years, and with TCS I'm having 2 years of experience with a network like as a network engineer.
Okay, great. Thank you, Ganendra. Okay, that was fine. And anyone else who wants to explain what is cloud computing?
Hello, sir. Good morning. It's Abhishek from
Yeah, hi, Abhishek.
Team Leads EdTech. I'm working as a system admin from past 1 year, and I would like to give my points on cloud computing. Cloud computing is a way of uh, virtualizing our resources like computers and the softwares. Companies like Amazon and Microsoft help provide us a platform through which we can uh, lease the components like computers, their processor, the RAM, then storage, so that our organization can work with that. Because handling a data center or a server room is quite a hectic or problematic thing. We need several things to maintain that. So for that purpose, companies came with the idea of cloud computing, and they are
Great.
working on it.
Okay, great. Okay, that's good. And anyone else?
yes, I will try. Like cloud computing is like
What's your name,
it's
please? Actually, you have
my
mentioned
name is
admin.
Shatrughan Singh.
Okay, please correct your name in the Zoom. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
I
no,
will try
carry on.
first, then I will do the editing part.
Yeah, yeah, carry on.
So cloud computing is like delivering the services, like including servers and database storage and all the software we need actually over the internet. That is known as cloud computing.
Yeah. Okay, good. Anyone else? It's done. Okay, see. Yeah, all are almostly mostly 90% you are correct. Basically, what happened in the companies, what we are doing, basically we go in the companies and we work on the servers. Maybe it could be your application, server, network, and many other devices, right? So basically, our IT infrastructures are running over hardwares. Okay, it could be your server hardware. Okay, and the server hardware, it is a storage, RAM, and CPUs, and any other devices we have. We have switches, we have routers, we have VPN services. Okay, we have network hardwares we have. So these all resources, if we are able to access from remote site, okay, so we can say it's a cloud computing. Basically, we don't require these resources in front of us. Okay, we can access from anywhere. So why it's a cloud computing? In the sky we have a cloud. So if you go anywhere in the world, if you are uh, in India, you have different locations and you have different reasons. So in that case, clouds are same from every location. Same like here, internet are same. Okay, but from the internet you can access your storage, you can access your servers, that all type of hardware you can access. ओके, तो जहां से भी आप जहां भी आप लोकेटेड हो वहां से आप अपने स्टोरेज को या फिर आपके जितने भी हार्डवेयर डिवाइसेस हैं, ये कुछ भी हो सकता है। अगर आप अभी आप पास में एनी डेस्क भी है, तो आप फोन के अंदर एप्लीकेशन इंस्टॉल करते हो एनी डेस्क, एंड यू कैन इजीली कनेक्ट टू योर लैपटॉप। ओके, इफ यू see about your personal issue, personal resources. But in the companies, we are working with the servers and another hardwares. Okay,
Hello,
so
sir.
ये resources हम cloudly access कर सकते हैं. Just tell me.
Yes, sir. Difference between Azure and AWS.
Yeah, we'll coming on this point.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
don't
sir.
worry. Yeah,
Okay.
firstly, what I think in the cloud computing, in the AWS, in the Azure, all are maybe some of the students are new. They don't aware about the cloud. They don't aware about the AWS. They just heard this is the AWS. I want to go inside the AWS. Maybe in the AWS we have more growth, more uh, income source. ओके, तो सभी को ये लगता है कि क्लाउड के अंदर AWS है तो मैं AWS के अंदर मूव कर लेता हूँ। लेकिन जो पर्सन नोन है, ओके, तो उन्हें पता है कि क्लाउड के अंदर AWS भी है, Azure भी है। तो हम बेसिक से हम चलते हैं क्योंकि सभी का मुझे एक बेस बनाना है ताकि हम अंडरस्टैंडिंग कर सकिए कि क्या आगे में क्या करना है। एग्जैक्टली। सो this is cloud computing where we can access all the resources, all the hardware resources on the internet. Let me write the definition. Resources that we can access over the internet. Okay, it could be your server, network, storage, and etc. Okay, this is cloud computing view. So in the cloud computing, what happen? We can do this thing, but in the companies, we are working on the servers. Obviously, if we are access over the cloud, all the hard resources, so maybe possible your not maybe it's actually your servers are located somewhere physically, correct? Am I right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes,
अगर वो फिजिकली कहीं पे रखा हुआ है तभी तो आप उसको एक्सेस कर पा रहे हो,
right.
करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
तो
Correct.
कंपनीज में क्या होता है कि आपके पास, मैं जस्ट लाइक एक सिनेरियो क्रिएट करता हूँ कि आपकी एक कंपनी का एक इंफ्रा है। ओके, इस कंपनी के अंदर आपके पास में यहाँ पर मल्टीपल सेक्शंस है। ओके, सब रूम्स आपके पास में HR डिपार्टमेंट से एंड मल्टीपल डिपार्टमेंट्स आपके पास है। तो आईटी का ना एक रूम होता है, छोटा सा रूम होता है वहाँ पे, मे बी वहाँ पे 2-3 सर्वर्स रखे होंगे अगर स्मॉल साइज कंपनी है तो। वी कॉल्ड इट्स सर्वर रूम। ओके, आप सभी ने देखा होगा, अगर आपकी कंपनी में अगर आपने विजिट किया है आपके ऑल द डिपार्टमेंट्स, so you will see the server room also. Okay, so inside the servers, inside the server room, you will see the rack, one rack, two rack, three rack, and inside the racks we have a physical resources that's called your server. Okay, so one server, two server, three servers, it depends on your rack size. Okay, how many servers you can attach to this rack, it's depend on your rack size. So servers के ना आपस में configuration होती है. Suppose if I talk about the one server configuration, so let me remove this one. Let me talk about this first one. Okay, तो यहाँ पे server की configuration क्या होती है? आपके पास क्या है? CPU, that's called processor. Okay, we have RAM, we have storage. Okay, this is the primary components for every servers. So processor, maybe we have a 32 vCPU, we have. You know, in your laptops we have a i3, i5, Intel, and you have Ryzen's processors we have. But same inside the server sides we have, you know what this family name? Xeon server. It's called Intel Xeon. आपके लैपटॉप्स में तो आपने देखा होगा i7 है आपके पास में, i3 है, और इसी तरह से सर्वर्स के अंदर भी ना Xeon सर्वर्स होते हैं। ओके, जो सर्वर्स में यूज़ किए जाते हैं, ये काफ़ी हाई कॉन्फ़िगरेशन के मल्टी थ्रेडिंग्स यहाँ पे परफॉर्मेंस होती है, तो यहाँ पे काफ़ी हाई पावरफुल सर्वर्स होते हैं ये। तो ये इंटेल Xeon सर्वर्स हैं। एंड रैम, लेट्स से आई जस्ट 192 GB ऑफ रैम। स्टोरेज, आई कैन से इट्स 10 TB. I hope you heard about this whole terminology, terabyte, gigabyte, and vCPU. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so in this hardwares we have this much of resources. You know, I just want to host my application. Maybe आपकी कोई application है, तो उसको host होने के लिए आपको क्या चाहिए? एक application है, application 1, तो उसको RAM चाहिए, maybe 512 MB, मेगाबाइट। प्रोसेसर चाहिए, मैं इसको CPU इंडिकेट करता हूँ, सपोज 2 या 1 vCPU। ओके, एंड स्टोरेज चाहिए, स्टोरेज हमारे पास में सपोज 5 GB, not 5 GB, yeah, I can say 5 GB. You know what is the reason? I will tell you. Because normally if you look for the Windows operating system, it could be your 4 GB to 5 GB around. विंडोज ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम का साइज चेक करोगे तो आपको 4 to 5 GB समथिंग मिलता है, लेकिन मैंने तो यहाँ पे 5 GB टोटल स्टोरेज लिया हुआ है। ओके, ये कैसे पॉसिबल है?
So what
इसको हम
is
आगे
stand
देखेंगे।
for V?
सॉरी,
Like
कम अगेन।
like you have written in processor like 32 vCPU.
यस,
So V stand for what?
इट्स अ वर्चुअल CPU।
Virtual CPU. Okay.
एग्जैक्टली। You know, we have a if I, this is very going to lengthy if I show you the all things in the processor.
Okay.
We have a CPU in the motherboard.
Yes,
So
yes.
in the CPU, let's say it's a uh, i5 fifth generation. Okay, so inside the CPUs we have a cores, we have multi-threadings. So internal CPU also divided into the multiple parts. Okay, based on threading. तो वहाँ पे थ्रेडिंग के थ्रेडिंग एंड vCPU के अकॉर्डिंग ही यहाँ पे आपका जो प्रोसेसर प्रोसेस करता है रिक्वेस्ट को, एंड जो भी इसको इंस्ट्रक्शंस मिलते हैं, हम क्लिक करते हैं या फिर क्लोज करते हैं या फिर कोई प्रोग्राम ओपन करते हैं, तो थ्रेड्स के अंदर काउंट करता है वो। तो उन थ्रेड्स को रन करने के लिए इंटरनली vCPU होते हैं।
Okay.
ओके, लेट मी शो यू वन थिंग। if I just open my task manager and navigate to the performance, and you can see this is CPU, it's around 86% and around this 55. So you can see the cores. Okay, socket in my laptop have one socket to integrate my CPU. तो मेरे लैपटॉप के अंदर एक ही सॉकेट है जहाँ पे सीपीयू प्लेस हो सकता है, लेकिन आप सर्वर साइड चेक करोगे ना, अगर आपने कभी सर्वर ओपन करके देखा है अभी सर्वर रूम के अंदर, तो वहाँ पे 2 4 5 6 इस तरह से 2 4 8 इस सेगमेंट के अंदर आपके ना सॉकेट्स होते हैं सीपीयू के। तो उस सीपीयू को आप अटैच कर सकते हो। तो मेरे पास एक सीपीयू है, लेकिन इसमें कोर कितने हैं? 2 है।
Yes.
और इसके जो लॉजिकल प्रोसेसर है वो कितने? 4 है। तो बेसिकली हम यहाँ पे इस लॉजिकल प्रोसेसर की बात कर रहे हैं। तो वी सीपीयू, हाँ भाई वर्चुअल सीपीयू कितने हैं?
Okay, okay.
ठीक है। तो ये इसका टर्मोलॉजी है, तो इसके अंदर अपना डेप्थ नहीं जाएंगे क्योंकि हार्डवेयर का पार्ट हो गया है।
Right.
ओके, तो हमारे पास में ये एप्लीकेशन है जिसे हम होस्ट करना चाहते हैं हमारे सर्वर पे। तो हमें यहाँ पे क्या करना पड़ेगा? ऑब्वियस बात है कि इसे हमें इस सर्वर के ऊपर सेटअप करना है। बट यू नो this servers having this much of resources, so can we utilize 100% of this server? क्या हम इस सर्वर्स का 100% यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं अगर मैं एक एप्लीकेशन रन करता हूँ तो?
No.
ओके, दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल, पॉसिबल नहीं है। तो इस केस में क्या होता है कि मुझे अगर एक एप्लीकेशन चलानी है, और इस एप्लीकेशन के लिए मेरे पास में ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम कौन सा है, मैं यहाँ पे अभी के लिए Linux, I just say RHEL 9 I can say। ओके, ये Linux के अंदर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम्स होता है, वो हम इंस्टॉल करेंगे। Linux कुछ भी हो सकता है, सेंटोस ले लो आप, या फिर
Red Hat. Red Hat.
रेड हैट ले लो,
Ubuntu.
या सुबंतु, जो भी आपको सूटेबल लगता है आपकी एप्लीकेशन के लिए, तो आप वो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम ले सकते हैं। तो विंडोज़ के अंदर भी ये होता है कि जैसे कि विंडोज़ 12, विंडोज़ 16, विंडोज़ 19, जो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम आपको सूटेबल लगता है आपकी एप्लीकेशन के लिए, वो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इंस्टॉल करोगे एंड देन वहाँ पे ये एप्लीकेशन आपकी लॉन्च हो जाएगी। बट आपकी जो एप्लीकेशन है पूरा यहाँ पे कॉन्फ़िगरेशन यूटिलाइज नहीं कर रही है जो आपके सर्वर का है। ओके, तो जितने आपके सर्वर्स है, अगर 1 सीपीयू के अंदर आपके पास में एक एप्लीकेशन है, तो 32 सीपीयू के अंदर कितनी एप्लीकेशन होगी? 32। लेकिन you can not use multiple application on the same servers. Sometimes you are facing any issue with the one application. Okay, maybe rest all 32 applications are down. So in that case, you will never configure multiple project, multiple application on the same server. So you require multiple servers. Okay, so like this way, we are wasting our resources totally. So in this case, we have a term virtualization. Okay, we have virtualization. Do you know about virtualization? What is virtualization? Virtualization क्या होता है?
Yeah, it's Abhishek this time again. So virtualization means creating something virtually, but it works as practical things.
Okay, yeah. See, actually, virtualization, it's a virtualize the all hardware resources. It could be anything. In my laptops, we have a network cards, we have a LAN cards, we have a CPU, RAM, and storage. So every components I can take it virtualized from the virtualizations. Okay, the same things we have inside the servers, we have to install virtualization operating system. Okay, then I will came to the AWS, because AWS also work with the same things. Before, we never heard about the virtualizations and we never kick for the virtualization. Okay, हमें पता ही नहीं चलता कि ये virtualization हमें नीड क्यों पड़ी, क्योंकि यही कंसेप्ट है एक्चुअली। क्योंकि हमारे पास में ये क्राइसिस थे कि हम एक ही सर्वर्स के ऊपर इतने हैवी कॉन्फ़िगरेशन के साथ अगर ये यूज़ कर रहे हैं मिनिमल सी एप्लीकेशन, So we cannot work easily and more projects. Okay, क्योंकि हो सकता है कि आपकी इस सर्विस को मे बी 1 GB रैम की ज़रूरत है या फिर 10 GB रैम की। तो इसलिए हम यहाँ पे पहले ही हाई कॉन्फ़िगरेशन सर्वर्स लेते थे पहले। ओके, तो यहाँ पे क्या हुआ कि मेरे पास एक वर्चुअलाइजेशन टर्म है। Virtualization, I just write in a simple language. Okay, to divide the all hardware resources into virtual resources. Okay, basically, you will see on the internet, you will see different language. Okay, but simply if you uh, anyone ask you what is the virtualizations, so you can tell this answer only. Okay, it's a one-line answer. So it could be anything. So if we have a server, okay, in this servers we have this configuration. Okay, on the servers I have this machine. Okay, and this is the application we have actually, and this application you have hosted in the servers. So before going to install these applications, we required virtualizations. So for the virtualizations, we have multiple hardwares, multiple operating systems we actually. So multiple operating systems like we have I can say it's a hypervisor. Okay, who has a capability to convert your physical resources into the virtual resources. इसी के पास वो कैपेबिलिटी है कि आपके जो वर्चुअल रिसोर्सेज है उसको सॉरी हार्डवेयर रिसोर्सेज से उनको वर्चुअली कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं। तो यहाँ पे हाइपरवाइजर आपस में मल्टीपल है। वर्चुअलाइजेशन इट्स अ टर्म्स, इट्स अ टर्म। ओके, सो हाउ टू कन्वर्ट दैट टर्म इनटू अ रियल, सो दैट्स वी हैव अ हाइपरवाइजर। तो हाइपरवाइजर की हेल्प से आप उस टर्म को प्रैक्टिकली पॉसिबल कर सकते हो। तो हाइपरवाइजर इट्स नथिंग, इट्स ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम ओनली। ओके, इट्स ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम। So have you ever heard about hypervisor things? Do you know this word?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the example for the hypervisor if you know about
VirtualBox or VMware.
VirtualBox and VMware? Right. Okay, that's also hypervisor. But I'm just talking about we have a, okay, they just say VirtualBox and VMware workstation. That's TION. Okay, VMware workstations. Okay, it's a VirtualBox. Here's a spelling mistake. You can correct it. So it's a VirtualBox and VMware. So we have virtualizations. It's a term, and to practically perform on the hardware, it's a hypervisors. So basically, virtualizations we have two types. Okay, first we have type 1. Okay, it's a name itself type 1 and type 2.
Type 1 and type 2.
Yeah,
Like type 1 like bare metal and second
exactly.
one is like hosted hypervisor.
Correct. It's a type 2. So VirtualBox, VMware, let me correct it. VirtualBox, VMware, workstation. station. Okay, so these are comes under the
Type 2.
type 2. Okay, these are comes under type 2. But actually we have another, in the type 1 we have Citrix. Let me see. Okay, let me write Zen servers.
Like Zen virtual disk.
No, Zen it's the hypervisor also.
Hypervisor, yes.
Okay, right now you are working with the Windows operating system. You know, we have an operating system inside the, for the applications, we have Windows, it could be Linux. Okay, if I ask you, what is the, what is the operating system of Microsoft?
Windows.
Windows. Okay, and what is the operating system of Red Hat?
Linux.
Linux, Red Hat.
Red Hat.
Okay, Red Hat,
Linux.
RHEL.
Linux.
Okay, I'll come to this point, Linux and Red Hat. Okay, I'll come to this in this point, because Linux it's the kernel only, and where we are working with the Red Hat, Ubuntu, Kali. So
Ubuntu.
those are
Right.
based on
Red Hat.
Linux operating system, Linux kernel operating system. Okay, so anyways, we have Microsoft Windows, Microsoft operating system. It's a Windows, Microsoft OS, Windows. Okay, and same we have Red Hat. Red Hat provides to you RHEL. It's a Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay, same here. VMware company provides to you VMware workstations. Okay, and VirtualBox maybe it's open source actually.
It's
Okay, I forgot the name who provides this one. And if you
Apple
see,
provides the virtual box.
yeah, okay, and Zen servers provides by Citrix company. Okay, Citrix company provides to you Zen operating system. So, and this operating system, what is hypervisor? Okay, so this hypervisor operating system provides by multiple companies. It could be Citrix, we have a Red Hat, we have a Microsoft also. So Zen provides by Citrix, and you have another one, VMware. VMware provides you ESXi. It's a small one. I. Okay. ESXi provides by VMware organizations. And we have one more operating system in the hypervisor, in the virtualizations type for the type 1. It is KVM. That's provided by Red Hat. And let me write one more thing. Give me a 1 minute. I'm getting cold. Yeah. Okay, so KVM provides by Red Hat companies, and ESX provides by VMware, and we have Hyper-V also. It's also the hypervisor. So that is provided by Microsoft. Okay, same like your Windows provides by Microsoft. So there are multiple companies who provide the type 1 operating system. Okay, that's we can say it's a hypervisor. And type 1 and type 2, what is the difference between this? Okay, as some of you call it's a bare metal. Okay, bare metal and hosted one. So hosted one, what does it mean? You can install in your Windows operating system. Okay, in my laptop, if I want to, right now, if I have maybe i7 processor and 32 GB of RAM in my system, and I want to spin one more operating system, it could be your Linux. In your project, you have got assignment to work on Linux and uh, complete this project. So you will not format your Windows operating system from the laptop and install Linux. Okay, because you have also personal data in your laptops, so you don't want to lose that. Okay, because of one assignment. So what actually college principals provides to you as a solution, tap to hypervisor. So you can install VirtualBox, and in the VirtualBox, you can create a small virtual machine based on your desired operating system. ओके, वो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम कुछ भी आप ले सकते हो, चाहे आप काली लाइनक्स का सिक्योरिटी का प्रैक्टिकल कर रहे हो या फिर आपका सो नॉर्मल सा लाइनक्स का प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हो, तो आप उसके लिए वर्चुअल बॉक्स के अंदर आप वर्चुअल मशीन क्रिएट कर सकते हो. सेम हैपन विद द VMware workstations. Okay, but actually in the company side, we will not work on this tab 2. Okay, we have very high configuration server. Okay, so in that case, what we will do? We will take a license. Okay, you have to take license from Citrix, from Microsoft, from VMware. Okay, so you have to take license for these three. And KVM, it's not open source. KVM is open source. And you heard about many times open source, open source, open source. What is open source actually? Open source, it's not open, it's works under the GPL. Have you heard about GPL? GPL, it's not. Yes, Abhishek.
No, I haven't heard about GPL, but I know about open source. What is open source?
Okay, great. Yeah, open source is free, of course. You can get any from any platform. So GPL actually what happened? In the open source, you heard a single word. This is free of cost. You can download, install, and use in your infra and your laptop. But these all operating systems and all open source tool comes under the GPL. Actually, this is the global public license. LICENSE license. Okay, these all are comes under the global public license. That means you have a globally access, globally download, and globally available for everyone. So those type of tool, those type of applications, operating system, please remove this one. Let me. Okay, so both all publics, all the global users can access your open source tool, applications, operating system, whatever, which is comes under the open source, so that have global license. Okay, otherwise for this all applications we need to take license from that respective companies, respective product provider. तो आपको वहां से लाइसेंस लेना पड़ेगा, लेकिन यहाँ पे क्या है, वो सभी के लिए फ्री है. तो जीपीएल से क्या होता है कि आपके पास एक ग्लोबली पब्लिक लाइसेंस होता है, वो सभी के लिए अवेलेबल है. इसीलिए हम इसको ओपन सोर्स बोलते हैं. और इसका जो कोड है वो डाउनलोड भी कर सकते हो और उसको अपने यूज केस के अकॉर्डिंग मॉडिफाई भी कर सकते हो. तो केवीएम आपका जो रेड हेट है वो आपको फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट केवीएम प्रोवाइड करता है, जो आप अपने बेयर मेटल के अंदर इंस्टॉल कर सकते हो. बेयर मेटल लाइक योर फिजिकल हार्डवेयर. Just like you have to install Windows operating system in your laptop, so from the server side in the company, we have to install hypervisor. Okay, it could be anything. It could be your ESXi also. Okay, so in this ESXi, this is the ESXi and this all type of OS size. It's a minimal operating system. OS size, it's a 300, 400 MB. That's all. Okay, if I talk about the Windows operating system, what is the Windows operating system size?
Around 5 GB.
Yeah, around 4 to 5 G around. Okay, it's not a very large files in there. So that's why it's around 4 to 5 GB. But right now we have an operating system size 400 MB. What is the reason for the 400? Because this type 1 having a multiple hypervisor operating system, and hypervisor operating system came to realize the virtualization technologies. ओके, तो वर्चुअलाइजेशन टेक्नोलॉजीज को क्यों इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया? टू यूटिलाइज द आर हार्डवेयर रिसोर्सेज 100%, 100%, नॉट मोर 100%, you just use 90% एटलीस्ट. तो आपको 90% तो यूज करना ही है, क्योंकि अदरवाइज वो वेस्टेज है. तो यहाँ पे ये आया रिसोर्सेज को यूटिलाइज करने के लिए. अब यहाँ पे रिसोर्सेज को यूटिलाइज हम जब कर रहे हैं, तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि ये जो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है आपके पास में, ये स्टोरेज के अंदर स्टोर नहीं होगा, ये आपके पास में लोड होगा रैम के ऊपर. ओके, you will try if you are working with the server side, in the server side. So what you will do, first आपके पास जो मशीन्स आती है टेस्टिंग के लिए जाती है, पहले तो आप टेस्ट करते हो. ओके, जस्ट ट्राई दिस वन. Install your any one of operating system in your server. It could be ESXi. Okay, and once your ESXi is running in your system, so you will create a virtual machines and create a application for hosting. Okay, and the running time, you just remove your storage. Okay, you just remove your storage in the running time. अगर आप रनिंग टाइम पर अपने सर्वर से स्टोरेज निकाल भी लोगे ना, तो भी ये क्या करेगा, बंद नहीं होगा, ये चलता रहेगा. आपकी जो सर्विसेज है वो चलती रहेगी. ओके, तो सर्विसेज आपकी ड्रॉप नहीं होगी, वो चलती रहेगी. लेकिन जब भी जैसे आप रिबूट करोगे, शट डाउन करोगे, तो रैम क्या होती है आपके पास में, टेम्परेरी डेटा स्टोर करने के लिए. तो वो अगर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम रैम से गया और आपके पास स्टोरेज नहीं है सिस्टम में, तो फिर आपका जो सर्वर है वो हाइपरवाइजर स्टार्ट नहीं होगा. तो यहाँ पे एक्चुअली क्या होता है, इसीलिए इसका जो साइज है ना सबसे कम होता है. ओके, इन केस योर हार्डवेयर फेलियर इन द ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम फेलियर, so still you can serve your services from the server. So like this, Amazon, this is the Amazon provides the Kindle book first. Amazon का जो फर्स्ट स्टार्टअप था वो Kindle book का था. You all heard about the Kindle book also. Okay, तो Kindle book का उसका सेटअप था, उन्होंने भी क्या किया था, अपने सर्वर्स, मल्टीपल सर्वर्स जिन्होंने अपने इंफ्रा के अंदर स्टैब्लिश किए थे. तो मल्टीपल सर्वर्स उनके पास थे, लेकिन they are not able to utilize all the resources perfectly. Okay, so they got an idea why we provide this all unutilized resources to the other persons based on rent. तो उन्होंने क्या किया कि अपने जितने भी रिसोर्सेस थे इंफ्रा के अंदर जो यूज नहीं आ रहे. ओके, जैसे कि मेरे पास में यहाँ पे ये सर्वर है, यहाँ पर कॉन्फ़िगरेशन हाई है, लेकिन एप्लीकेशन एक ही है. Okay, so that takes maybe 2 and 5% utilization of my all servers, but 90% utilizations, 90% hardwares are useless for me. So they just decided to divide their resources and provide to the other person on rental basis. तो उन्होंने भी क्या किया होगा कि उनके पास में this is a company data center. Okay, in the data centers we have rack, and inside the rack we have server like this. Okay, we have one server, we have two server, we have three server, we have four and n number servers. Okay, same. We have multiple racks. Okay, they have multiple racks in the data centers like this. Okay, so like this, they have multiple racks in the data centers. And what they decide, they just provide that services, server services. Okay, so firstly, what they did, as of now, we have Google Drive. Okay, to download and upload the old devices, all the documents and images from on the Google Drive. That is cloud storage also. So AWS also first business it's a S3 in the cloud side.
Sir,
Otherwise,
why
they
is it slow? Very slow.
sorry, come again.
Sir, why is very slow?
Okay, is
Why
my
is
voice slow for everyone?
No, sir, it was fine.
No, 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 sir.
It's fine.
Okay, maybe sometime network lagging, so maybe it could be happen. Okay. Okay, next
Okay.
time it will happen again. So let me know. I can repeat back. So Amazon provides their resources over the cloud like this. Okay, so these all resources to provide over the cloud, they have created their own application. Okay, they create their own application, that is AWS. Okay, so AWS see what all the resources we require to establish a company. Okay, we require multiple resources. It could be your servers, storage, network, gateway, and another services. So same thing, AWS create a software, create a application. Okay, in that application provides the all resources, configuration and attached to the backend hardware. तो अभी हम यहाँ पे जितने भी रिसोर्स हम यूज करते हैं कंपनीज के अंदर, आपके पास सर्वर है, आपके पास रैम है, स्टोरेज है, वो सारे के सारे ऑपरेटिंग, सारे के सारे हार्डवेयर आप इस एप्लीकेशन से मैनेज कर सकते हो. Okay, so AWS provides to you a console, okay, where you can access those resources easily. So in order to access those resources, they have a strategy. Actually, whenever you are working on the cloud side and provide these resources to the all customer, so we have a models view. Okay, so we have service models we called सर्विस मॉडल्स. तो क्लाउड में जब भी आप जाते हो तो सर्विस मॉडल तो आपके पास सेम होता है. इसी तरह से आपके पास अज्योर के अंदर भी है, इसी तरह से आपके जीसीपी के अंदर भी है. सेम लाइक डिजिटल एंड ओरेकल क्लाउड एंड वीएमवेयर क्लाउड एज वेल. तो जितने भी आपके पास क्लाउड्स है, सभी के पास एक सर्विस मॉडल्स होते हैं. सर्विस मॉडल. ओके, तो सर्विस मॉडल्स क्या होते हैं, कैसे काम करते हैं? सो टू टेक दिस okay, to understand this scenario, let me take a pic from cloud service models. Let me take this one. It's a very small. Yes, I can take this picture. Okay, somewhere you see cloud computing models, but actually this is the service models, how you serve your services to the other person. Okay, so this is the service model actually. तो यहाँ पे आपके पास क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग लिखा हुआ है, तो मैं इसको यहाँ से भी रिमूव करता हूँ फिलहाल के लिए. तो basically what happen if you have your on premises. Okay, in your company you are going to set up your company, and you require a server to set up your web hosting application. So firstly, what do you think? You required hardwares, you required all the resources what you what are required for your web hosting. Okay, it could be your server, it could be your network. Okay, you will take a public IP address from your ISP, and you required, let me one more things I will cover in this topic. Okay, so basically what you will require: server, you required network, you required VPN, you required gateway, you require storage devices, okay, to take a backup for your running servers and production server. So these things you required. Okay, so firstly company will spend their money on capex. Okay, this is a capital expenditure. Okay, firstly need to spend on these resources first, and then after to manage these resources they required server admin. Okay, server admin, or you can say it's no server engineer. Okay, and then after you have network engineer, you have database engineer. Okay, you have developer. Okay, so those team, okay, company have to pay these all persons. Okay, so this type of expenditure it comes under the OPEX, operational expenditures. So company needs to pay for this thing. Okay, but after the cloud, actually this is the this happen when companies purchase these all things. Okay, so this all happens in the on premises. So companies needs to take networking, need to establish their storage, server, virtualizations. Okay, if they have high conversion servers, so obviously they will use their all resources 100%. So they will use virtualization technology also. Okay, they will use hypervisor. Operating system, obviously they will use middleware to connecting the devices between them. And runtime, they have to install any runtime like your Python, Java language, what all the applications suitable environment. Okay, so that's why we require runtime. Data, obviously all the application servers are working on the data. Applications, so application you required. Okay, so developer, what all the application will write in their code, so you have to deploy on the server side. So these things happen on the on premises. Okay, so in this on premises, company have to spend their expenditure for the capex and opex also. But after the cloud, so cloud provides to you these three type of services. So LaaS, this is infrastructure as a service. Okay, so what is the infrastructure? So these all, what all the resources you will get manually in the physical location. So these all things you can get cloud side easily comes under the infrastructure as a service. So backend side, virtualization, server, storage, networking managed by your cloud provider. Okay, if you're taking the cloud service from the Azure, GCP, AWS, so they will take care about this all things. Okay, you will never face any issue in this backend things. But other resources you can choose as per your requirement. You can choose your operating system. You can choose your middleware integrations, runtime data you can use, data you can choose, and application you can choose. So these things provided by the cloud providers, so you can manage only these layers. Okay, don't need to worry about these other layers, because these layers take care by your cloud providers. तो क्लाउड प्रोवाइडर इसका ध्यान रखेगा कि ये कभी डाउन नहीं होने चाहिए, इनका मेंटेनेंस, इनका बैकअप्स, इनकी ड्यूरेबिलिटी, हाई अवेलेबिलिटी, दैट ऑल थिंग्स मेंटेन बाय योर क्लाउड प्रोवाइडर्स। तो वो इसका यहाँ पे मैनेज करते हैं, मेंटेनेंस मैनेज करते हैं। लेकिन ये आपको मैनेज करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज आई डोंट वांट टू रिले ऑन AWS for all things. Okay, so you have to also customize your things. तो कभी भी आपको AWS पे ना जितने भी रिसोर्सेस है, आप उसको, अब वहाँ पे आपके पास सैंपल्स नहीं होते, तो आपको अपनी एप्लीकेशन लॉन्च करनी है, तो ऑब्वियस बात है कि रिसोर्सेस का जो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है एंड जो भी आपके रिक्वायरमेंट है वो भी आपके अकॉर्डिंग ही होनी चाहिए। तो यहाँ पे आपके पास में infrastructure as a service that provides to you this all layers over the cloud services, so you can manage. So for the best example, what all the things we are doing in the company side for the capex? Okay, so these all things you can do from the cloud side, no need to purchase. But in the physical company, what happened? First of all, we have to write the scenario. In the company, what happened? We required diagram. Okay, we required cost. Okay, then after we required approval, not approval. Actually, before this one, we have to take uh, yeah, cost estimate from different vendors. Obviously, if you're purchasing physical servers, so you have different companies and with different shops, so you have to compare the price and where from you are comfortable, so you can get your cost. Then approval from the management side, and then after resources will come into your server, into your company, and then you will set up and then you will configure the other things. Okay, so in the company this will not happen in a one day. Okay, this takes maybe 2 months. You all are agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so obviously अगर हम लैपटॉप भी लेने जाते हैं तो हम क्या करते हैं, पहले अपने फ्रेंड सर्कल के अंदर या फिर अपने रिलेटिव से सजेशन करते हैं जिसके पास उसकी नॉलेज है, and then we also explore on the internet. Okay, so it's not a one day deal. Okay, it takes maybe 1 month, it takes maybe 2 months. Okay, जब हम अपने लैपटॉप्स के लिए इतना देखते हैं कि हमारे पास कॉस्ट भी होना चाहिए, कॉन्फ़िगरेशन भी अच्छा होना चाहिए, एंड देन फ्रेंड सर्कल के अंदर कोई यूज़ कर रहा है या फिर कोई IT पर्सन है, सो दे हैव इनफ नॉलेज, सो आई कैन टेक सजेशंस फ्रॉम हिम ऑल्सो। ओके, सो इस तरह से हम यहाँ पे अपना लैपटॉप परचेस करते हैं। सेम कंपनी के अंदर क्या होता है कि आपके पास पहले ये सारी प्लानिंग्स होती है, देन उसके बाद आपको अप्रूवल मिलने के बाद फिर आपके सर्वर्स आते हैं, एंड देन सेटअप प्रोसेस विल हैपन। बट इन दिस infrastructure as a service, okay, we can cutting the capex cost. Okay, large amount of capex cost we can deduct, because we don't need to take time. Okay, within a day we can set up our server. We don't need to worry about the server cost, and we don't need to worry this thing, because we are taking on the rented basis. Okay, and why the rented basis is very more effectively? Let's say an example, Maybe you are you are working in any company that is multinational company, and your company sent to US location. ओके आपको यूएस लोकेशन आपको सेंड किया है, तो यूएस लोकेशन में आपको क्या मिला? होटल। ओके, और ये आपकी कंपनी है, और ये आपकी कंपनी। ओके, ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। सो अगर आप यहाँ से यहाँ तक आपका जो डिस्टेंस है वो कितना है? अराउंड 20 किलोमीटर अराउंड। ओके, so what will you prefer? You will buy a car or you will take a rental taxi? What you will do?
Obviously, I will take a taxi, sir.
Okay, so you will take a rental taxi, तब रेंट पे एक टैक्सी लोगे एंड देन उसके साथ देन वहाँ पे आप डन करोगे। ओके, ऐसा तो नहीं है कि आप एक कार परचेस करोगे देन फिर उसके बाद आपका मेंटेनेंस भी है, पेट्रोल भी है। अब पेट्रोल का टाइमिंग, पेट्रोल आपको कहाँ भरवाना कहाँ नहीं भरवाना है। ओके, देन गाड़ी अब जो लेते हैं तो इंश्योरेंस, ओके, यू रिक्वायर इंश्योरेंस, मेंटेनेंस, एंड your identity also required. So all things you required for buying a car. Okay, then after your project will work for only 2 months. Okay, so you will not purchase a car and after that you will back to the India. ओके, आप कार को एयरप्लेन के अंदर रख के आप इंडिया वापस लेके नहीं आओगे, ऐसे तो आप यहाँ से लेके जा सकते थे। तो इन दैट केस वी विल टेक अ रेंटल कार। ओके, सेम थिंग्स if a company who is working with the multiple regions, multiple countries, okay, so they will not establish their all server in their different location. What they will do, they will take a rental server from the AWS, okay, and then they will utilize their services. तो इस तरह से वो अपनी सर्विसेज को यूटिलाइज करेंगे। तो सेम क्लाउड के अंदर भी यहाँ पे ये हो रहा है, ओला उबर रैपिडो, ये सब भी क्या कर रहे हैं? यही क्लाउड मॉडल का ही यूज कर रहे हैं एक्चुअली। ओके, आप कहीं भी जाते हो आपको बाइक की नीड होती है, जस्ट राइड ओला बाइक, जस्ट राइड उबर बाइक, रैपिडो। ओके, सो वहाँ भी हम यही यूज कर रहे हैं। तो इन लोगों ने भी ना इस तरह से अपना बिजनेस मॉडल सेटअप कर रखा है। तो अब क्लाउड के अंदर हम बात कर रहे हैं रिसोर्सेज की। तो रिसोर्सेज के अंदर यहाँ पे हमने कैपेक्स का हमने क्या कर दिया? कॉस्ट कटिंग कर दिया। अब यहाँ पे बचा क्या? ये, so that is required obviously. Okay, so you require a human, or you require manpower to manage your resources, to manage your all the application and hardwares. Okay, now not a hardware, this is the cloud services. अब यहाँ पे हार्डवेयर रिमूव हो गया है, रिप्लेस हो गया आपकी सर्विसेज के साथ। तो क्लाउड सर्विसेज को मैनेज करने के लिए यहाँ पे आपके पास क्लाउड इंजीनियर यहाँ पे इंक्लूड हो जाएगा, लेकिन ये जो अदर है ना, ये यहाँ से रिमूव हो जाएंगे। Okay, don't require this all manpower, you require only cloud engineers. Is this clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good. See, so right now we have only a single cloud engineer, but in the company you have multiple projects. So that's why we have required multiple cloud engineers to manage a particular project account. Okay, so come back to the topic again. We have PaaS. So in the cloud service model, we have a PaaS. PaaS, it's a platform as a service. So right now in the company, what you required? I require a testing server. Okay, so you will not go for the cloud engineers. Okay, you will not go. Actually, company provides to you a account. Okay, that is a limitations for your services. So developer what will do? They will get application and data. They require only the pass. Pass service. So in the pass service, what happened? You wants to run your code. Okay, suppose you have written your code in the Java, Python, Ruby. Okay, and you're working with the React and other things. So in that case, you require a platform. Okay, you don't have a knowledge to create servers and these all things you don't want to do. So what you will see, you will get you can access the pay service. Okay, pay service example for the Lambda service we have. Okay, in the real base scenario, I can't explain because this is not happen in the real base. But in the AWS service, we have Lambda services. So where we can choose our runtime, we can choose our code should be run on Python, and you will get a console. Okay, so code console. Okay, so right there you can copy and paste your code and run. You can check your code is working or not. Okay, like this you can use pay service in the AWS. Okay, so to run this Python, you will not require to get application servers, operating system, middleware. These all things don't need to worry. Okay, you just have a service, pay service, where you can write your code and you will get your code response. Okay, and this says software as a platform. So right now you all know Google Drive we have. Google Drive, we have Gmail services. Okay, Gmail. And Office 365, O365. Okay, Office 365. Yeah, these all services, it's a software as a service. Okay, you don't need actually these providers provides to you an application. Okay, from that application you can work. You have Facebook. Okay, so in the Facebook you will not write a code. You don't have you don't have any access to shut down the server and restart again and change their code libraries. Okay, you don't have any access for them. So you have only a service. Okay, you can create your account and chat, post, share, and request. You can do this over task. Okay, in the Gmail, you can send and receive the emails. Office 365, we have some other services. You can store your online notes, online documents, Excel, Word, PowerPoint. You can create and save over the cloud. So these all are your software as a service. Okay, so these cloud service models we are using on every cloud. It could be your AWS, Azure, GCP, DigitalOcean, Alibaba, जितने भी आपके पास क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म है जो भी आपको पता है वो सब इन सर्विस मॉडल पे वर्क करते हैं. यहाँ तक क्लियर है सभी को? It is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as of now, what is the reasons for to move on the cloud? I just write a word, scalability. Scalability. Why it's popular? Scalability. You know, in your companies, you have a multiple servers. Okay, multiple hypervisors, and in the hypervisors, you have multiple operating system and applications you are hosted. Okay, so somehow your server goes down. Okay, so what will happen? You have a single resources. Okay, you don't have any high availability. So in that case, your application will be goes down. But in the cloud, this scalability maintained by your AWS. Okay. Otherwise, in the company side, if I talk about the physical servers, so you have one physical servers. Okay, same. You have to create one more. So in that case, you have to install VMware ESXi in this one and VMware ESXi in this one. Okay. So after that, VMware also provides to you one more. It's called vSphere. vSphere क्या होता है आपके पास में कि ये इन दोनों मशीन्स को मेंटेन करेगा. Okay, so maybe in this hypervisors you have multiple, maybe 10 virtual machines you're running. 100, let's see. Okay, so same 100 VM will be here. So this vSphere, what it does, whenever your hardware goes down, your first hardware goes down, so then your second hardware will be running. Okay, you will not lose your data. But in this case, what happened? You have to take license for hypervisor. Okay, same. You have to take vSphere also. Okay, this is also a server. Okay, you have an operating system, then you have to install in your hardware, and then this will be your vSphere server to manage your multiple VMware ESXi servers. So why we do extra cost for the scalability? Okay, this is the scalability for your servers and VM. Okay, you know what happened? Your network goes down. So do you have any high availability for the network? Obviously, you have to take load balancer, network load balancer. You require two ISPs. We have okay, two ISP you required, and after that you have storage also. अब storage के लिए आप क्या करोगे? Anyone know about how to make high availability for the storage? किसी को पता है कि अगर स्टोरेज का अगर हमें हाई अवेलेबिलिटी करना है तो उस केस में हम क्या यूज करते हैं? Tell me at least yes or no.
No, sir.
No one? Okay. I hope you heard about this name. SEN. SEN, it's a storage area network. Okay, so you have to storage area network. This is the hardware device. Again, you have to connect with this VMs. Okay, you have SEN. So these multiple things you need to do for the high availability in your physical infrastructure. But you have a cloud infrastructures, so everything maintained by your cloud provider. Okay, no need to worry. So that's why most of the companies are moving on the cloud side. But in that case, we have term again. I can say it's no types of cloud. Okay, types of clouds भी हो. अब cloud के भी types होते हैं यहाँ पे. Do you know? Public private hybrid. Right now, why we require the cloud types? In the banking sectors we have. Okay, we have American Express Bank. Okay, so they don't want to keep their data on public cloud. Public cloud in the sense those cloud providers provide the services for everyone publicly. Just like AWS, we have a Azure. Okay, if we talk about the VMware, so they provides private cloud. Okay, if I talk about the OpenStack also a private cloud. Okay, so HP, IBM, they also provide the private cloud. Okay, so what happened if let me create a diagram here. So right now this is the company. Okay, so this company having this company building, and the company buildings we have multiple floors view. Okay, so we have all network inside the multiple floors. So this building having a all private network. So inside the building, this is my company, ABC company, just like my let's see SCL company, SL Private Limited. Okay, SL Private Limited, it's connected from the internet. Okay, and somewhere we have a cloud providers. Okay, who provide the cloud services? Who provide the cloud computing services? They call cloud providers. Just like they are providing the cloud services. Okay, but who provide the internet services? Who provides the
ISP.
internet? ISP, correct? So
ISPs.
ISP, it's also internet service provider. So same cloud services we are getting from the cloud providers. So in the internet service providers, we have a Geo, we have a BSNL, and multiple providers we have in the ISP. Okay, same like we have multiple cloud providers. And what are the famous?
AWS, Azure,
Yeah,
GCP,
AWS, correct. Azure,
GCP,
GCP.
VMware,
After that, which one?
VMware.
Gamer.
Yeah,
I never heard a gamer like this.
I think VMware Cloud is there.
Okay,
One of,
VMware, fine. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
I just heard gamer. Okay, VMware. Okay, so these are cloud providers. Sorry, come again.
Salesforce.
Yeah, exactly. Salesforce also. Salesforce, I guess the spelling is correct. Please correct this one. SEAL.
SALE. Yeah, LES, Salesforce. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Salesforce. So these all cloud providers we have. Okay, so I have worked on the AWS, GCP, Azure, and VMware, not Alibaba, Salesforce, and not Oracle. Okay, I just work also OpenStack also. Okay, so these all are connected. Let me remove the OpenStack because I will take it in a different way. So as of now, SCL connected with the internet, or over the internet, they can get the cloud providers. Okay, so they all are public cloud. I guess Salesforce also provides the public cloud. As of now, let me remove this one actually. Okay. So right now, these all are public clouds. Okay, so those services are available for everyone, every company, every person, everybody can access their services. Okay, they just need to create their account on their console, on their web portal, and they can easily access their services. Okay, but now if I talk about the okay, yes. Okay, if I talk about the bank area, okay, it's a banking sector. It could be any bank, just like ICICI. Okay, ICICI banks. So what they will do, some of the banks work on private clouds. They will not to move their data on the cloud side. So what they will do, they are creating their data center. Data center. Okay, they are creating the data centers. In the data centers, they have multiple server. Okay, they have multiple servers and multiple racks they have. So in that case, what they want cloud services. Okay, cloud services like this: infrastructure, platform, and software service. Okay, they required these services within their data center. Okay, they don't want to go for AWS and other cloud services over the internet. They want to keep the data in the private network. Okay, so in that case, what happen? They will purchase a license from VMware. Okay, and VMware cloud they will install. Actually, VMware provides to you a VMware cloud application and software. Okay, so you have to install in your server. Upside I show you the vSphere, and vSphere manage your multiple hypervisor servers. Same here, what they will do, they will create one hypervisor. Okay, and other will be your, sorry, one will be vSphere. Okay, this will be vSphere. One will be vSphere and rest other will be your hypervisors. Hypervisors. Okay, so these all are hypervisors. So in that case, vSphere also a cloud. Right there, you can also in the cloud side, you can take a snapshot for the running machine, running virtual machine, and that snapshot you can use in another one. And you have a one server. If one server goes down, so you can spin up another server. Okay, for the load balancing, and multiple servers here, so you can do load balancing also, and scalability you can maintain. So everything you can get cloud services using this VMware cloud and via OpenStack also. OpenStack you can also use for this. So any one company you can go and you will get all cloud services within your data center. You don't need to connect over the internet. You don't need to purchase any services over the internet. Everything you will get inside the data center. So this is the private network. Okay, so within the private network, we are getting this all cloud services. So that's called, it is private cloud. But you know, somewhere company, what they do in the application, in the server side, we have two things. You have application servers, you have database server. You know about this term Apache, Tomcat, Nginx, Glassfish. Have you ever heard about this tool?
Yeah, I've heard about Apache, sir.
Apache. Okay. Apache, Tomcat, Nginx, Glassfish, these all are same. Okay, this is for upload your code and hosting on the IP address. IP address, if you have DNS, so you can host on the domain name. Database servers. You know, if I talk about the example for Instagram and maybe Facebook, maybe Twitter. So whenever in these social accounts, you will log in on their portal. So these portal interface you are getting, like if I talk facebook.com. So now this is the interface. This interface we are getting from the web server. That's called application servers, you can also say. Okay, it's a web or application servers, you can say. And when you log in into your account, so will you get other posts, other messages, other pictures, other user pictures? No, you will get other posts also, because only mutual friends and your friends post you can see. Okay, otherwise your personal post, your chat, your messages, your pictures, everything in your account you can see. Okay, so and every time you will log in on this on your account, so you will see the all things in your account based on your profile. So why? Because when you type your email address and password, so somewhere in the background, you know, your account mapping with your database. In the database, your user can access only those things which is allowed for your user, which is upload, which is post, which is chat from your user only. So those things you can get. Otherwise, if your friend will log in his account, so he can see another things. Okay, that is related to the his account. So same things in the server sides we have applications and database we have. So you know most of the companies what they did, they are using database in your on-premises. DB server. Okay, they don't want to upload their database information and user information and sensitive information over the cloud. They don't want. Okay, but they want their application. Okay, why? Let me show you. DB servers and you have app or web, you can see. Okay, app and web server. So this database connected with your server. Okay, so internally application or database working in the private network. Okay, private network. But where the database server में भी हो सकता है कि ये आपका इंटरनल नेटवर्क के अंदर आपके पास क्या चल रहा है, प्राइवेट क्लाउड चल रहा है. Okay, so your database inside the private cloud, but your application you are hosted on the AWS. Okay, so over the AWS, your application is working, AWS Cloud. And the database server, you are working on the OpenStack. Okay, so somewhere you will see both clouds are working in the for the same application for the same organization. So somewhere they are working with the hybrid cloud. Okay, hybrid, that means we have multiple cloud providers we are using for our infrastructure. So those infrastructures are using hybrid cloud. So this is terms of hybrid cloud. Is this clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but actually in the companies we are using AWS and Azure and GCP. So what is the difference between them? What is the uh, purpose to use AWS, or what is the purpose to use Microsoft Azure, and maybe DigitalOceans we have GCP. So I just say AWS, Azure, GCP, and DigitalOcean, Alibaba, VMware, etc. All the cloud providers are work same. Okay, different have only their services and user interface. ओके, इन सभी में क्या सिमिलरिटी है कि दो सभी एक ही काम करते हैं. ओके, दे वर्क्स ऑन क्लाउड मॉडल्स. ओके, एंड प्रोवाइड द सर्विसेज. Different only their services and their user interface. Okay, if I talk about the iPhone and Android phone, okay, both will work same, but having a difference between their services. Okay, some provide more security, some provide less security. Okay, so no one is security less. Both have security, but somewhere you can see the service comparison and support comparison, and somewhere you can see the pricing comparison. Okay, तो किसी का प्राइस हाई है तो किसी का प्राइस लो है. But in the industry, Azure only those Azure cloud services only beneficial for, not beneficial, it's depends on client basically. Actually, clients having a Office 365 subscriptions, okay, and he's working on the Microsoft product in your organization. They have all they have their own Active Directory in their organization, and he wants to merge with the cloud identity and cloud services. So in that case, clients always take Microsoft Azure cloud. Okay, if some users are free, okay, they are not dependent on the Microsoft services. So in that case, they can go AWS, GCP, DigitalOceans. Okay, many clients they also work, they also require their resources on DigitalOceans because they have compared DigitalOceans having a less cost if we compare with AWS and GCP and Azure. So that's why most of the people are going for the DigitalOceans. Okay, and most of the clients are using Alibaba. So why? Because they provides to you the resources in the low cost. Okay, low cost means you will sometime you have to face with the scalability, sometime you have to face with the high availability features. Okay, they don't have multiple regions in the world. They have limited regions. But in case of Azure, AWS, or GCP, they have they have many regions in the whole world, and the whole world they have many uh, availability zones there. Okay, so that's why mostly users set up their cloud infra on the AWS and Azure. But those companies and those client working with the Microsoft services, so this is the bound. Okay, so he has bounded already Microsoft, so that's why he has to adopt Microsoft Azure cloud platform. But right now, mostly I have seen as of now, AWS is most popular because right now I'm working with the 20 project. So in the 20 project, more than 20 project we have. So in the 20 project, I manage myself only. So 90% projects are based on AWS. Okay, some of the projects are integrated with the Azure and AWS as well. Okay, and some of the project are DigitalOcean. DigitalOcean, it's only one project I have only. So he's working on DigitalOcean only. And we have five projects on the GCP, and we have 10 projects on the Azure. Not 10, it's a 5 only, and 10 on AWS. Okay, if I compare with my experience right now. So that's why AWS is the more popular because this is the user interface very easy. Okay, you can manage their services very easily and adapt easily. But where if I walk on the Azure, and the Azure, it's also easy, but it's a little bit different user interface if you compare with AWS. Okay, and GCP also similar like Azure. Okay, actually this right there you can see the resource manager, right there you can see the project name wise, and same in the DigitalOcean's we have. Okay, but in the DigitalOcean's we don't have a lot of services, we have limited services only, but you will see a lot of services in the AWS and Azure. So AWS also working on their services and update in every 6 months. Okay, right now if you're working with any services, suppose like if I talk about the EC2 instance. Okay, so in every 6 months you will see the changes in their console. In every 6 months they provides some updates. So it continuously work, and in the machine learning and the AI sectors, this is much popular. Okay, right now I also working on the AI ML projects here. So where we are using SageMaker notebooks, and API gateway, and so many things we have. So AWS also update their services as per the current IT sector. So they are updating very fast. Okay, so that's why maybe all the persons, all the clients, and maybe all companies are moving on the AWS. Azure also in the line, but actually most of the users are working with the AWS, but those users working with the Azure and Microsoft services, so they have to go for Azure only. Okay, so that is a comparison between the Azure and AWS. But I can't say AWS and Azure both are same, both are uh, in the same in the same client area in the worldwide. Both are different. Majorly having crowd in the AWS, Azure not much. Okay, if you learn about the Azure also and GCP, so this is good for you because in the companies are working with the multiple clouds. Okay, right now I never expect I will work on the DigitalOcean also and VMware also and OpenStack also. But requirement for the companies, I just learn and prepare myself and did. Okay, I crack the interviews and work on these technologies. Okay, so if you are in IT sector, so you have to prepare for all cloud service provider. But actually, firstly, you have to enter first. Okay, so what is the prerequisites for cloud engineers and entering this profile? So basically, you have to learn AWS first, because most of the companies are using AWS. Okay, somewhere you will see Azure have many openings, Azure have GCP have openings. Openings are running continuously. Okay, but in the market we have a cloud for AWS only for first one, and second one I can say it's Azure. So once you enter in the cloud engineer, so you will see you have AWS, and in the running project maybe in your company simultaneously working on the Azure also. So in that case you will learn Azure also, and again you have multiple client choice. We require Alibaba cloud. Obviously you have to set up Alibaba, and then both are same, not much different. Okay, so cloud knowledge is not enough. Right now you should have work and hands-on experience on the Linux as well. Okay, before further Linux, let me know still, is there any question from your side for the AWS and Azure and other things?
Yeah, I had a question, sir. Like we are going to use interface of AWS, and as we are going to learn in our classes about AWS, we know that these providers gives us demo accounts. So are we going to get demo account free of cost on AWS as like Azure?
Yeah, in the Azure you will get maybe 1300, 1300, sorry, $13,500 you will get.
In Azure, but
Yes,
in
in the Azure.
AWS?
In the AWS, we have a free services. It's a free
Mhm.
trial. So that services you can use for the
Mhm.
limited resources. Okay, just like for example, for EC2, you want
Mhm.
to create your server. So
Mhm.
you will take a minimum configurations T2 micro, where you will get the 1 GB of RAM and 1 GB of virtual CPU,
Okay.
that you can use 750 hours in a month. Every month you will get this reward. So you will
Okay.
get 750 hours every month you can use.
So that will be
So same
sufficient
like
for
other
our
services.
learning now.
Yeah, that is sufficient.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Right
Because they are
now,
costly. I checked
yes,
that.
exactly. Right now we will work on AWS. So
Mhm.
24/7 you will not work.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Correct.
will work maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe 8 hours maximum.
Yeah.
Okay, you also fed up to watch laptop screen and also.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
maximum you will see 8 hours.
Mhm.
But if you calculate your 24 into 30 around, what you will see how
Mhm.
many hours here? It's around 744 around something.
Yeah. Correct.
30 into 24. It's 720 around. Okay. If you run your servers 24 into 7 for 30 days,
Mhm.
so you will see you are utilizing 720 hours for a single server.
Yeah.
And same things if you are running two server, so what you will
It
do?
will divided by two. Yeah.
Yes,
Correct.
exactly. Okay, these hours you will utilize from the AWS. But if you are running two servers for the two hours for the practical purpose, so that is enough for your practical. So
Yeah.
you
Correct.
are still under the 750 hours.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, but actually inside the Azure you will get the pricing. It's around 13,500 something dollar. Okay, so that amount you can use for any services. You can use large server. Okay, within the 1 hour you can use this all money. And after that you will have to pay for the Azure. But in the AWS we have limitations. This is a free trial that you can use. Otherwise, if you select the another resources that is not comes under the free trial, so AWS will start your billing. Okay, so in that case, in the learning period, you can also send a mail to the AWS support team. Okay, we have a service task, we have a support task in the AWS console, so we can raise and you can waive off your charges, because we are doing for practical purpose, not for the organization purpose.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so right now the thing is with the AWS, you should know about the Linux. Okay, so I also provide you the Linux also. In the Linux, you have to proficient actually. Okay, for the proficient, for only maybe 20 commands, at least 20 commands. Commands is it's not difficult in the Linux. Actually, I will teach you Linux just like a Windows. Okay, so don't worry about the Linux because in the Linux I'll teach you like a Windows. So all the comparison I will show you. So you will not need to learn about the command also. Okay, actually every command's having their mean. I will tell you, and you will not learn to all commands, but practical must. Okay, so if you work on Linux 30 minutes every day, okay, so you will get proficient in the Linux. Because now if you are finding Linux commands on the Google and somewhere else, so you will see the limited things. But I'm here, I'm the expert person, I'm experienced person, so I will tell you the shortcuts and what are the commands are your use. So in the companies you will stuck somewhere, so somewhere you will recall your command and you can use your command. Okay, I'll tell you one command how to integrate with the another commands, and another command output how to integrate with another commands. Okay, and what is the way of working with the commands output also. Okay, right now we have a suppose 1 million lines in your abc.txt file. Okay, so this is the suppose log file abc.log apache.log. Okay, and your TL says, see Abhishek, I want today logs from Apache. So can you, how will you do in the Windows?
We will apply filter or we will use sort by date.
Okay, one thing, I just write 1 million lines. 1 million lines, it around 10 GB file size. Are you getting my point? If you open this 10 GB files
Yes,
in the text in the log file, so your system will be stuck. Okay, your system will stuck in the Windows, and then after you will not find your filter. Okay, you cannot apply, and maybe somehow your system will open this file. Okay, so if you go down like this, okay, go down like this, so your system will work very slow. Okay, so you are on the first line, so how you jump on the last line of the file? Any idea in the Windows?
no, sir.
No, it's very difficult with the Windows. Okay, so firstly your system will have stuck, and somehow you will open the file, so you will not scroll down easily. Okay, there is a 1 million lines, not a 100 and 200. Okay, so in that case you will use right side. In the uh, right side we have bar right here. So if you use this also, so if you scroll down, so your system will process every bar steps lines. What all the steps you will stretch here. So all the screen processed by your system, and system will stuck to read all lines in the frequently. So in that case, we have a Linux, we have multiple commands. Okay, so to check out, to view the files, we have multiple files, multiple commands in the Linux. So I'll show you. Okay, so this is a basic example to work on Linux and why the Linux is popular if compared to the Windows. Okay, it's a basic example. Otherwise, we will see the more differences in the Linux sessions. So mainly to go in the IT sector in the AWS cloud, so you have to learn AWS. Okay, firstly, I just, you know, you have a concern how many days it takes, how many time to finish this course. Okay, we are hurry to get a job in the AWS cloud and this whole things. So just focus on the session and I just provides to you the task. Learn those things. Okay, I will provide you the exposure for 2 years of experience cloud engineers. Okay, not I'm having 10 years, so I will not show you the 10 years experience. Okay, I will not provide to you 10 years of experience, but I'll provide to you the 10 years of experience uh, in the IT sectors, in the cloud sectors. What are the troubleshootings we have? What are the crises I have seen in the while working on the cloud side, while working on the Linux side, while working on the integration side. Okay, while working on the automation side. So I'll show you and I'll provide you. Okay, but you will become expert when you do practice. Okay, practice makes man perfect. So that's now. Thanks. So right now AWS or Linux, it's a must. Must, that means you have to learn every day half an hour AWS and half an hour Linux. That is enough for you. Okay, just take your 1 hour for your career in every day. So you will get a job easily. Okay, you will not face any interview questions. You will not, you will not ask you the interview question again. I will provide you some certain question for the interview. Okay, so you will read and you can see this is check. Okay, I know this thing. Okay, so those things we have already done the practical in that time. So right now, I also from the quota actually I am. So in the quota, I started my journey in the IT sector. So in the quota, I move on to Jaipur. Okay, actually in the Linux, most of the institute just teach your Linux and AWS for the practically, and that's all. Learn the services and that's all. And in the Linux, you will see teachers will train you to pass out your exam. Okay, not track your career into the companies and further. They just provide you the training to crack your exam. That's it. And for those they have dump also, so you can use their dump and get it. But actually, I have learned Linux. Actually, I'm the uh, fan of Linux first. So just come to the Kota and then Jaipur, then Delhi. I'll go. Okay, then Noida. I'll search. Then again Delhi. Okay. Then after I have researched about the Linux and these all things, so I prepare myself for the Linux and then after work on the AWS as well. Okay, so before 10 years I was working the Linux profile. Then after in the industry I have seen the AWS VO. So I also learned about the AWS from the multiple documentation, the cloud, and that there's another things. So if you start yourself, so you will see many issues in your career. Okay, so I'm here, so I'll provide you the all experience exposure, what all things I have faced and what all things happen while working the company. In the companies, you will not show you, okay, this is the diagram, just draw it and apply on the AWS cloud. So they will not do. Okay, what is the company standard? Okay, you have to provide diagram first. For the diagram, which tool you will use, you provide the cost estimate. Okay, then you will what tool you will use for the cost estimate, and then after the approval, what all things you have to get from the developer. Right now we are working with the developer as well. You are the cloud engineer. That's not mean you will work on the cloud and that's it. Okay, you will not talk to any company members and not developer, because you have to integrate with the developer team also. Okay, you have to take some information from developers and what all things you will do and what all things you will ask. Okay, and with a coordinate person, you will talk to them in the company. So it provides you this all exposure in the session. So don't worry about this Linux and AWS, but I need to you give your 1 hour for Linux and AWS. That's it. Okay, so you will get job easily. not need too much effort in the AWS and Azure also. Okay, so this training I'll do, and within this training I'll show you the content. Firstly, I'll show you the introduction of the AWS computing. Most of the things we have covered in this today's session, and another things I'll show you in another sessions. VPC models we will see, okay, and IAM policies we will see, EBS storage we will see, EFS, S3 storage, EC2 instance we'll see, ELB will see, okay, SC, ASG will see. We have RDS database information. Okay, database we will see from the clients, so from the Linux sites and AWS sites both. Okay, because somewhere you are working with the Linux server, so how to manage your database. CloudOS you will see to manage our logs. AWS CLI. So AWS CLI also you know about, because in the working with the automations you required CLI. Okay, so this is not a rocket science. I'll show you. Route 53 you will see it's a DNS management. Okay, private and public DNS you will see. As soon as this is the base, this is the software service we have. Migrations we will see. Okay, maybe you have VMs on the VMware and how to migrate on the cloud side. So we'll see in this section. Cloud formation. Do you know about Terraform? Have you heard?
I have heard the word, but I don't know the meaning of Terraform.
Okay, Terraform. As of now, what we'll do, we just create the EC2 instance. We require network. We just create the network. We have a storage, so we have to create a storage. And these all things we have to provisioning from the AWS console. But in the Terraform, we just write the code and apply the code on the AWS console. So within 2 minutes, your all infrastructure will be ready. Okay, those things you are doing manually on the AWS console to create your servers and create your virtual networks and other things. So these all things you can do in a one click. But for the one click, you have to work harder to write the code first. Okay, so once your code ready, so then you can use this code for the multiple projects to set up the all environment in a single minute. Okay, not need to wait for 1 hour and 2 hours. So cloud formation is just like to infrastructure code management. So you will write your code. Okay, I just show you how to delete the updates and delete stakes, understand the YAML JSON language and the VPC volumes and instance by using the cloud formation. So I'll show you. Okay, how to use this cloud formation. So I'll show you how we will write the code and how you can apply. Okay, so this is all thing. Actually, this is my previous session syllabus, but I'll include one thing also. It is elastic beanstalk. Okay, which is more important for you also. Actually, in the initial level, you have to work on elastic beans also. So I'll add this service also inside this one. And Linux, actually, I didn't write the Linux. I just in the Linux, you will see how to manage your Linux servers. Okay, it could be your Apache server. I'll show you Apache, and this management I'll show you. User management's VM. Okay, I'll share you the maybe HR team will share to you this whole syllabus. Otherwise, any other questions related to this sessions you can ask to me.
Sir, I wanted to know from your point of view, what is the career opportunities in future, like in cloud computing? Like, can we scale ourselves in our upcoming future? Because as we can see, the developers are getting higher wages and other sector people are not getting quite as much as the developers. So can we match up with the developers in future or after gaining the experience?
Yeah, actually, in the cloud side, we have a, right now you will work as a cloud support, and maybe engineers. Depends on the your skills and company's profile. Okay. Then after you will work as a cloud DevOps profile. Okay. So in the DevOps profile, this is like a same developer, but it's a different from the developer. Right now you have to in the DevOps profiles, you have to do automations. So recently I show you the cloud formation. So you have to write that script in the Terraform as well, cloud formation as well. You have to write. Okay, so that is a part of development. That is a part of automation, sorry. So in the DevOps, further career, you will go for the DevOps. And after the DevOps, we have a SecOps. Okay, we have SecOps profile, security operationals and development operationals. Okay, so what is the difference between them? Right now in the companies have auditing. So for the auditing, you should know all and every services about the cloud, where you are maintaining your security and how you will maintain. DevOps person is just create your infra, apply your uh, client account and provide the services. Okay, that is your server and this is your link and you are able to access, and somewhere your developer are pushing the code on the Git repository. So that code automatically reflect on the server side. Okay, you'll not need to create build and push on the server side. You'll not do any manual interruption. So these all these automations. But after the automation, what is the security point of view? You are maintaining the HIPAA compliance securities, and the US side we have HIPAA compliance and multiple securities we have. Okay, multiple security measurements they have to look into the cloud side. So you have to look about the web services. You have to look at security groups. You have a firewall setting inside the um, firewall setting inside from the server side. So security measurements you have to see on the SecOps side. But for the SecOps, you have understanding about the DevOps profiles. Okay. So in the clouds, we have GuardDuty, we have CloudTrails, we have. So that information you should know how to measure your security, how to maintain your security on the cloud side. So we have SecOps side. So like this, you can grow your career in the cloud side. Firstly, you will work as a support and engineer, then we'll go for DevOps. And DevOps, this is the boom sector.
Yes, sir. It is going to be a crucial part of the world because everybody wants to shift their infrastructure on cloud because they are cheap and easy to maintain. I can see the changes because currently in which organization I'm working, they are totally going on cloud right now. They were previously on premises, but they are shifting slowly.
See, actually, after DevOps, we have in the DevOps, you will see multiple tools. But after that, right now, I'm also working with the Terraform only. Terraform, that's it. Why? Because I have knowledge about the GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, uh, code pipeline, Azure pipelines, Jenkins, and your Docker, Kubernetes, ECS, EKS, container application. Okay, so right now what I have task, I know about these all things. Sometimes I have to maintain, sometimes I have to create one project. Okay, after some time I got a new project, so again I have to create these all things again. So what I do, I just write the Terraform script. That's it. And just run and play. Within 1 hour, you're all setup done. Okay, somewhere I'm working with the AWS and Azure integration. Okay, so what I'll do, I will not create resources over there or over the console again and again. I just write the Terraform script and play. That's it. So this will done within 1 hour, first time. And after that, you have more some changes. So I just write the code and edit and enter. So this will happen in the 5 minutes. Okay, no need to worry about log in the console, clear the MFA authentication, then after open the services, and then after click on the services and configure from your desired specification. No. So after this, all things you will work on Terraform only. Okay, if you have a Terraform knowledge, so that is great. Right now, if you work on the US side and another out of the India, so DevOps means what? You have knowledge about the Terraform. Okay, no one asked to you, do you know about the Jenkins? Do you know about the Docker Kubernetes? No. Okay, if you have Terraform profile, so that means you have knowledge for everything. Okay, which is required in the AWS services and Azure services. So after the DevOps and SecOps, you will work on Terraform. If you got this profile, so right now you can get easily the package for 50 lakhs and 60 lakhs and above. Okay, it's actually things.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the clarification, sir.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Akash, Ajit, Gauri Shankar, Govind, Gyanendra, Nihar. Yes, Nihar. Nitish, Raj.
Yeah,
Is there
hi
any
sir.
question?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
hi, Gyani this side.
yeah, hi,
Sir, like,
Gyanendra.
is there any advanced knowledge required, like from the networking side, like CCNA and CCNP for this course?
No, actually, yeah, right now, yes, required for the networking knowledge. Okay, because on the cloud side, we are integrating all the resources internally. So you should know about the network also. But don't worry, I will take a one session for network. Okay, so that is maybe a hectic for you. Sometimes, network, it's a very lengthy topic and sometimes it's a boring topic. But I will cover the all topics. Okay, I have done CCNA or CCNP also. Actually, in the first time, I done certifications. It's na MCSA, RS, CSA, RH, CE, CCNA, CCNA, CCNP. I taken trainings. Okay, actually, in the first initial step, I don't know. I just learn everything for the basics and advanced. So I have knowledge about the CCNA and CCNP, RSCSA, Microsoft, Red Hat, and it's no networking. Okay, and then after we have a AWS, Azure, and GCP. So I also cover the networking topic also in our session so that you will understand starting to ending. Okay, how the network works and when you have to modify for any security groups and any networking rules. Okay, don't worry about the network.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else?
Hello.
Yes, Nihar.
Means what will be the class duration for this course?
Yeah, basically it takes maybe 3.5 months. Okay, but
And
sometime maybe 1 or 2 session maybe increase. If we have a doubt sessions in the middle, so maybe the session maybe 1 or 2 class can be increased. Okay.
okay, and what will be the time for daily means classes?
You will provide you soon. Okay.
Okay, okay,
HR team, HR team will confirm to you.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So shall we wind up this session today?
Yeah, sir, sure.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Thank you for everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, sir.
Enjoy your weekend.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Bye-bye, sir.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.